Grand final time! We are finally here. I got to admit this is not quite the teams that I necessarily expected to be in the grand final when I saw the bracket for the first time. But Team RageQuit, as I said, they improved continuously and they definitely deserve to be here. Potentially getting the direct qualification for the Masters Clash. The best 8 teams in Europe through qualifiers will play in the Masters Clash. The Masters Clash has an offline final in Paris and has 12,000 euros of prize money on the line. Now, Team Copium, they definitely made it happen in the semi. I was very, very impressed, especially the last map, that they were able to deal with that and then just moved in and took that down. That was actually pretty impressive. So yeah, then the Zebo kill just as he hit level 20 must have been super frustrating for their opponents, because I mean that's what you're working for the entire time, and then your life gets ruined. So we got a best of 3 on our hands. Initially, if you watched all of the games of the series, I said this would be a best of 5, but the players were given the choice whether or not they want to play a best of 3 or best of 5. And since it's already pretty late and the day is a lot longer than everybody expected, players said, alright, we would love to play a best of 3. And yeah, that's exactly what's going on here. Makes especially sense for the Russian team because they're an hour ahead of us, so for them it's even later than for the rest of the Europeans here. But then again, either way, we got our first map. It's Tomb of the Spider Queen, and we're going for a Tracer ban, so Limo gets targeted. Sylvanas is open. So Sylvanas is open, well, not anymore. Genji is also up, so that's another one that we have to watch out for. Genji could be played. They got, after all, not only Limo, but also No Game No Life. They can swap heroes around between the two a bit. Team Copium decided that they want to start things off with Blaze as a first pick. And congratulations to them, by the way. A little round of applause here, because they made it into the grand final. And honestly, they had some crazy games. There's, by the way, the main pick. Keep in mind that when we... Oh god, what was it? I think it was map number 3 in the semi-final, and Mei was banned. And I said back then, just you wait, like, it's a preference pick. They definitely know a bit more than I do, and here it gets confirmed. So Marlo locks Mei in. Wants to play her here. They have Alfredo on Maiev, so that's already a solid frontline that they can play. Still gotta have a good damage dealer from the back. Could of course also be a mage, considering that they will need some wave clear. They got Blaze, they got Maiev, but always good if you have a range damage dealer, they can deal with that too. Stukov gets banned, since the support is also still missing for Team Copium. Diablo as another ban. And well, let's get a bit of an idea of what Limo is going to play. Thinking about it, likely they're going to leave his pick up for last. Then again, that would allow the opponent to potentially pick one away. But there's Tyrael, and we get Anduin. Yeah, with a Robin skin. That is the perfect skin for Anduin, by the way, the one that makes him look like Robin. The guy is such a beta. It's incredible. So yeah, I'm happy that they at least, you know, like, confirmed that with the skin choice that they went for with him. Tyrael, on the other hand, total badass. So she's a kid is gonna rock him and a couple of sanctifications. Get some crazy ones. There's Gul'dan. So we were on point with the mage, and we get Brightwing. Alright, last pick, Limu. What are we getting? Is it the Genji pick? Or are we seeing something completely different from him here now? Yeah, this is actually something that No Game No Life and Limo have been playing quite a lot. Genji and Sylvanas, and they both can swap it around a bit. But yeah, map number 1 of the series, it's a Vala pick. I like that too. They go for the Vala pick here, and that kicks us off. The grand final, everybody. One of the teams can qualify directly for the main event, for the playoffs. Let's see which one is able to win map number 1. Team RageQuit in blue with Shizakid on Tyrael, No Game No Life on Sylvanas. Limu is playing Vala. We got Alex on Anduin. And Down for Life on Leoric. On the right side of the map, their opponents, Team Copium with Alfredo on Maiev, Nano on Gul'dan, Casper on Blaze, Malo on Mei, and Guilty Spark on Brightwing. Now, there is a bit of a debate whether this is an advantage or a disadvantage, but just to let you guys know, so the semifinals were played one after another, which means that Team RageQuit was sitting out for the last, I want to say, 1.5 hours, while the other best of 3 played through. Team Copium, therefore, playing 2 series in a row right now, whereas Team RageQuit could watch some of their games and probably also make a few decisions of how they wanted to draft and how they wanted to ban against them. We have the Fellflame build again for Gul'dan. We've seen this a few times now, especially on this map. And we have also for Limu again the auto attack style. So he's actually going to try, without a second support, to play this out with Creed of the Hunter and go full auto attack for the stacks. Keep in mind that this talent has a gambit component, meaning if you die, you lose some of your attack speed that you get at the beginning. And that is most of the time the most important thing. Keep the attack speed so that you can synergize with Manticore later on in the game. But seems like that's the first kill. No, maybe? Yeah, Alfredo was thinking about it and was like, hey, if I get the kill, it's worth. Even if I die, it's gonna be worth. But yeah, so the important thing is really, if Vala is not the hyper carry and she has another damage dealer next to her, then it's not really all that important that she doesn't die at all. I mean, of course, always be better, but still, that's a kill. Yep, that just happened. Alright, so... was it worth it? I say yes. And we are going to check because we're not so sure. So initially they thought they could get the kill. Then he stays a bit too long. Realizes, hey, I can actually go through this. And then, boom! That's the end of Gul'dan. That's how you get a kill in style at the beginning of the game. Kill for a kill. I guess it's actually slowing Gul'dan down on his stacks slightly. Obviously at this point, which is like looking for excuses why that was a good play, but yeah. Now, Vala with a Death Dealer on level 4. Stellar talents for her again. If you're going auto attack, then we're gonna follow up with a Hot Pursuit. Level 13 is a little bit malleable. Everything else, that's a different thing though. Manticore is mandatory. And as long as they get the stacks together for Limu, they're gonna be Gucci here. But already, nice engage here by Casper, but that also opens him up for a lot of auto attacks from Vala. Anduin is down. Crybaby gone. But Vala is at 40 stacks now, so yeah, she's doing pretty good. Yeah, but... yeah, that's the problem. If you get immediately attacked by Maiev and she's threatening a tether, that's a problem too. They're getting their kills, I guess, but in this case he can do some damage, but not enough. Apparently he has a bit of a favorite on the other team. Wants to go full Gul'dan time and time again. Gem count a little bit slower now for Team RageQuit, as they've lost more gems than the opponent. But the damage output is definitely pretty significant. Another kill is happening, so all of a sudden we look at 4 kills to 1 for Team Copium. I gotta admit, these guys are on a roll today. I mean, seriously. Pretty impressive. They are ahead in the game. They have nearly a turn-in available. And that's a huge opportunity to maybe get even the first victory in the series. I mean, everything is going their way. They get the Siege Giants, they could go for the turn-in, they have the early level 7. It's way too early to call it, but that is at least a nice start for them into this. So maybe taking that momentum from the last victory really helped them here. Yeah, Marlo is already zooming back in. Maiev threatening the tether as per usual. Trying to go also for no game, no life. Can't get that. Knives out. Yep. And there's the tether, the jet propulsion, and Anduin is just saying, no, 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 no. Not again. Ooh, but Limu is dead, isn't he? Yes, that's the first 5% gone. So that's another good step for Team Copium. They not only deny them the gems, but they also get the kill on Vala, which means that now she's losing 5% of the attack speed that she has with the Gambit talent over here, down to 20. Yeah, they are off to a very good start into this game, into the series. And if they can deliver the 8, they would pull this off for sure. And there it is. They can turn in with Nano, so that's a Web Weaver wave. Not really any big lead on talents with it, but if they can just use that to take maybe some of the walls down. Talking about taking things down, seems like Limu is dead. Oh, the save! Yeah, that came just in time. And now it is Gul'dan that is still alive. Are you fucking with me? Brightwing? Okay, Brightwing at least is dead. Brightwing is dead and they are now pressuring. So Marlo is getting away here. Nano survived. That's actually insane. He had like nothing left. Nothing. And instead we have the fort down to 50%, so that little kill and the play in the middle allowed them to use Sylvanas to take some of the hit points down. Yeah, Team RageQuit. Starting to rage a little bit here. But the push with the web is obviously not over. So it's still there. And shout out also to May, shout out to Marlo for saving Gul'dan there. Oh, that's 30 gems. You want to keep those. If you have a choice, keeping them is always better. So now at the bottom of the map, we have the Web Weavers defeated. In the middle, Blaze is still moving in. Up here at the top, they were also able to take them, but there's level 10. And that is another big lead. Ice Wall. Alright. Yeah. May is... May's not the only one, by the way. So May is trying to cordon them off with the Ice Wall, but then at the same time, we're also having them just pressuring the fort in the middle. Leo is... Talking about walls, Leo is soon gonna have his own. I mean, anything else but in Doom wouldn't make any sense here. When was the last time we saw March? Must have been an NA game or something. But yeah, March has been... It actually wasn't an NA game now that I think about it. It was a while ago though. But yeah. March... No. Thank you. So yeah. Vala with a strafe, Anna with a light bump, okay. No surprises yet. There's... yeah, he just bunkers up. They're trading cooldowns. Now it's a big cooldown and gets lost for Blaze. There's a 20-second gap between the two of them. Most of the time that won't make it a big difference. But yeah, either way. For now though, oh, another tether. Great sanctification initially, but Vala was just outside of it. Anduin is also about to die. Team Copium, the fuck is wrong with these guys? They are just absolutely crushing everything that is in their path today. What are these people eating for breakfast? They definitely had their wheat bix. I mean, 100%. They are murdering here. I actually gotta admit that I'm impressed. I looked at the series and I thought, well, Team Copium, yes, these guys are getting some momentum lately. They're playing a little bit better now and they did a great job already today in multiple of their games. But I was still expecting Team RageQuit to, if not win the series, to at least come into the first game and take the lead. I could have seen a comeback and a turnaround by Team Copium, but in my head it was always the blue team that at least would be the one, you know, to take the initiative and to, yeah, just like force reactions, to be active. So now the exact opposite is the case. The first fort is already gone, the second one attacked, we have another Web Weaver wave coming in. And this is getting crazy. There's a tether and Shizakid is barely making it out. I mean, yes, he gets out, but he's of course insanely low now. Alfredo though might be in trouble. Yeah, Wailing Arrow was used. The bunker is up and they can get away for now, but can they also survive? All of this is buying time, by the way. Time for the Web Weavers at the bottom of the map and time for the Web Weavers at the top. So 2 forts will be destroyed, which eliminates every single fort on the side of Team RageQuit. Every single one of them. Yeah. And that's bad news. Sylvanas is able to jump away. The disc connects. Nice. And they didn't even expect this one to happen. So now Vala dies again. Level 13 talents are already up. And they are able to move through that top wall. So Tyrael is, in this case, starting to rotate topside. I don't think they expected it to happen this bad. Oh, not another one. 42 gems! Yeah, you gotta save those. Ice Wall catches one. Marlo is low in mana, but he still has the ice block there. That would of course been the coup de grace. If they could have gone in and taken the 40 gems away from them, oh boy, that would have been a nightmare. Now it's level 13 talents versus 13 talents in another moment. We still have tons and tons of gems for Team RageQuit. That's a ticket back into the game. So we have 93 gems that they're holding now. It seems like we're going again with the Unyielding Despair. So full drain. But it's time for them to fight back. It's really time for them now to come in and get their own Web Weaver waves and then see how much damage they can do with it. Keep in mind that earlier when they had one chance to do damage, they nearly took the first fort. So they have the fort at the mid and the bot lane already a little bit low. Both of those are prepped and that should really help them to get some damage in. Now, yeah. Sniffing that out. Ice Wall is in. Yeah, May drops the ice wall and makes Tyrael pay for it. Yeah, gets stunned and nearly killed. So poor Tyrael. Oh, but there's another. Oh, the Entomb is gold! But the bunker is ruining the play. And now the kill against Sylvanas. Sylvanas died, Tyrael died. They're trying to go for the next kill, and Leo is gonna fall too. Yep, they just lose all the gems that they were holding, most of the gems that they were holding. They turn, of course, in with some of them, but that's them losing a little bit too much. The fort is down in the middle at the bot lane, but we have level 16 now with 11 kills to 2. Team Copium is just crushing it. I mean, we have 47 gems left for Team RageQuit, so they don't quite have another turn in. 51 gems for Team Copium, which has, by the way, also 16. Now, that gives us also the Rampant Hellfire. The pin down, the Loon's Wrath. We got the bladed armor on the Vengeful Knives again. And they're going for the boss. So, yeah, I mean, I don't even think they can turn into trade, but they might be able to steal the camp away. I emphasize might. Caspar, then Entomb's on the wrong side. He's like, yeah, I don't even want to go that way. Thank you, but like, I'm gonna go the other direction. So yeah, they still need to deal with the camp, but while this is happening, this is also happening, and that's gone. The keep is gone. They can hearth back. I don't think they have the time. Maybe they do. We're only 12 minutes in. Can they burn this down before? They might just be able to pull that off. But there's another turning coming as well. So yeah, they're going to save the keep for now. But there's another turning coming. They're also trying to steal this away. Red Web Weavers are on their way. And they're, of course, hoping to take the camp. They still are 2 levels ahead and a talent. If Team Rage wants to fight here, I guess they can. Strafe didn't do enough. Ice Wall is in. They take the camp. And if they can get a kill now too... yeah. Horrify. Okay. Can't get the kill. Well, maybe they can get it now. Yep, they can. Sylvanas is dead, and that's the one here you don't want to lose in that situation. Leo is also dead. Boy, they are just insane. What the hell? These guys are on such a roll. It's crazy. It's honestly crazy. So now they're taking the keep. The one at the top is also gonna... Guys, they can go for core here. They're gonna try and go for core, and why wouldn't they? Sanctification isn't out yet, but will soon be dropped because they have to. The bunker is already out. Top keep is definitely gonna fall, and I'm not sure if they can destroy the entire keep, but now that Vala is... well, Vala is down, and with her gone, with... Well, Gul'dan is also dead, but the core is still taking damage. But they are taking now the entire blue team apart. Leo is dead, so is Tyrael. Oh boy. Team Copium. They came in here to chew ass and kick bubblegum, and they're all out of ass at this point. 16-3. The core is slowly building the shield back up, but I mean, that's not gonna help them. The keep at the top has fallen, the keep at the bottom gets destroyed, but it doesn't even matter because the core goes down and Team RageQuit loses map number 1 to the red team. GG and well played.
Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV.
Map number 2, Towers of Doom. Team Copium in the lead. The 1-0 on Tomb of the Spider Queen. And boy, they crushed. They were way too strong there. Yeah, these guys are on a tear right now. They have been doing such a great job in the semi, but then they come into the grand final and they absolutely rip RageQuit Gaming apart in the first round. So, yeah. If they can pull that one off again, that would be insane. I already find it crazy that they were able to have such a dominant game on the first map, but now that we're heading into Towers of Doom, I really want to see how this is going to play out. Because I expected RageQuit to be the favorite in the series. And now we are seeing quite the opposite. At least on the first map. Now, of course, sometimes just the draft that you get doesn't really work out for you. Make a few misplays and all of a sudden things fall apart. It's fair. We'll figure that out now. Dehaga is banned, so Global's already shut down a little bit. And we have Tracer targeted. Genji as well. I like that. The problem is that leaves... Well, might not be a problem because it leaves Sylvanas open, but they are the ones that can pick Sylvanas now. You know 100% that if they don't pick Sylvanas now, that Team RageQuit is going to do it. They will. 100%. So, you got to make your choice here. What's the pick? What's the start in the draft? They want Lucio. They're going to go up against Sylvanas again. 100%. Question is just, what do they pick with Sylvanas? But yeah, so... Lucio... I mean, Lucio is pretty good for Towers of Doom, obviously. Lucio is great on any map where you want to have quick rotations and can just, like, simply push that through. It can also be nice for scouting. The cleanses that you can get with the high five are pretty awesome. Depends a bit on what the opponent does and which ult you're going to go for. There's a Nubarak and there's Sylvanas. So they're going for a dive that triggers, I guess, maybe even a ban on Stukov. Could play Urel on the side lane. They go for Maiev again, though. And Marlow with Garrosh this time. So, yeah, I like it. Alfredo and his Maiev. Boy's doing well here. He had a good one on the last map, and we've seen him a few times also in the semis. But yeah, let's see what we're going to get for bans. So, what do you ban out here? I honestly feel that one of the problems is also that Team RageQuit is not quite that familiar with Team Copium. It's not a team that is as much on your radar as some of the other teams that regularly make it into the top 4. Bambi gets banned out. No Lunara poking. And are we going to get the Stukov ban, yes or no? I would assume so. And Nubarak and Stukov is a pretty good combo. Well, then again, if you have Maiev and if you have Garrosh, if Stukov is there, honestly, like, you can actually deal with him. Yeah, so, like, you can actually deal with him, depending on positioning in the fight. So, I guess we're seeing a Hanzo ban instead. Yeah, first, like, a Nubarak, Stukov, immediately a connection, but then look over what's on the other side. There's way too many heroes that can capitalize on him just standing still there, especially if you come in from an angle. So, yeah. But again, bit of a moment of truth situation right now. With the Nubarak, you could go Blaze side lane, Urel side lane. Those are probably the two most common ones. They go for Malf instead of... Yeah, Malf for the root. And they go Hogger on the side lane. Okay. I mean, allows you to go for camps very quickly too. Makes it a little bit harder with the survivability. You don't have that layer of defense with the bunker. You don't have Urel that comes in with the armor and can just hop around. But yeah, Limu, of course, still with the damage. But now the double pick for the red team. Can they actually pull it off? Can they actually make it a 2-0? Chromie and Urel. Okay, so they go for the Urel pick. They got Maiev, Urel, and we now have Chromie. Okay. Alright. Let's take a closer look at this. I'm impressed. I've been impressed so far. So now that we have Limu as the final pick, let's check what he can do with this. Liming. Sylvanas Liming. Okay, we're going for resets. Mage versus Mage. Bit of a reset setup. Towers of Doom. Second map could be the last map. If Team Copium takes it here, they are qualified for the playoffs, for the main event. If not, we're going to map number 3. So, we're going to find out now. Towers of Doom, second map in the final qualifier for the Masters Clash. Map number 2, Shiza Kid is playing an Nubarak for the blue team. No game, no life on Liming. So they swap things around. Limu is the one playing Sylvanas for them in this second game of the series. We have Alex on Malfurion and Down for Life is playing Hogger. On the right side, Team Copium with the momentum, with the lead and the opportunity. They have Casper on Urel, Alfredo on Maiev, Garrosh played by Marlow, Guilty Spark on Lucio, and Nano is playing Chromie. Shut up. The problem with her is she really likes that shit. I mean, Chromie was always a little bit on the kinky side, as a Nubarak is very fond of pointing out time and time again. So every single time that the whip comes in, she's just happy. And if that causes certain pictures in your head, then that is not my fault. I'm just playing sounds here. So yeah. Whatever that triggers from you, that's on you. Talking about Chromie, she went into deep breathing here on level 1. And, well, at the top, already a little bit of damage done by No Game, No Life and Lemur as the two of them are trying to take towers down. The first one has been destroyed, but there is also a reaction at the bottom of the map as they're trying to take one as well. And they do. They even take a little bit more than that. But Chromie gets attacked. Okay, Garrosh, careful, my friend. And that could be the first blood of the game. Marlow is low, might get out. And they're all getting chased here. And then again, talking about potential first bloods, while all of that takes place, Sylvana's top side has definitely gotten her butt kicked a little bit by Urel. And Shizaki, talking about getting her butt kicked, is the first one to die. So he's down. Another tether. Oh, they're really trying. I mean, Alfredo was low as he engaged into tower range. But yeah, they got the first kill, and there we go. Alright. But yeah, in the middle, did he just like swing and miss completely? Casper is just simply jumping out. Space goats are tough to kill. Yeah. And you can chase them until they're blue in the face and they're still gonna get away. So we got the first kill at least in. Camps are also taken, and they're a little bit faster, so this is actually going to be an invade. They took their own camp already, they still have the time and opportunity to poke them down. And Nano with Chromie is getting more damage in. Oh boy, Limu got out of that. Oh, not bad, my friend. Io was already close to ordering his tombstone. Yeah, but then that little wave jump allowed him to get away. He's just running away from Chromie's hits over and over and over again. Maiev, the Chrome star, stunned once, stunned twice, and waddles away from the roots as Malfurion is laying down the lawn. Yeah, we have a fun one on our hands. It's like impacts everywhere. It's just Crater City. Everywhere Chromie is just a boom, boom, boom. But they still haven't taken that camp. So they're trying now. Chromie is attempting to sniff that out. Alfredo is still in the middle. Hops away with the Wall of the Wardens. But now, yeah, that's going to be Urel with the first channel. And at the bottom of the map, Lucio is getting the second. They're not even trying to interrupt him. So that's 2 easy altars for Team Copium against 1 for Team RageQuit. So a slight advantage already on core points now. And all the way up at the top, Casper. And that 1 versus 1 is very unlikely going to yield a fucking Hawker. Bong, 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 bong. That hero is just silly sometimes. In a funny way, I guess, but yeah. Another tether. Shizaki getting attacked again. Alright. And that's a kill on Sylvanas. Yeah, 2 kills to 0 in early level 7. I like the way that these guys are aggressively pushing the map. I really, really do. Now, what can they do with it at the end of the day? That's a different question. It doesn't translate into a big leading experience yet. But down here, can maybe even go for another kill. Already the tether on a Nubarak. And a Nubarak on a leash, that's pretty much what's happening. Alfredo comes in and is just like, yeah, you come with me. And Nubarak is gonna be a good doggy and just runs with her. Yeah, she still gets out. The combo attempts are always there. The stun by Nubarak or by anyone else, and then immediately the root by Malfurion. But so far it hasn't really done anything for them. Instead, Hogga is now all of a sudden low and gets killed. Maiev Alfredo is crushing with Maiev right now. Yeah, Alfredo is absolutely murdering with her, and I love it. Maiev has been so impactful in the last few weeks. I mean, for a long time now. But yeah, we've had so many good Maiev players just recently. And Alfredo is someone that I definitely didn't have on my list here. But the impact that he had in the last, I want to say, 3-4 games, whenever he played her, was pretty significant. Seems like an easy channel, by the way, for both teams. Just an exchange. Nothing crazy. 28 to 32 points now. It's the gap in experience that is a bit of a concern. Team RageQuit obviously isn't quite a fan of the fact that there will be the early level 10. And they won't be a fan of this either, because that's another kill. So Sylvanas dies again, and that extends the lead that the red team has even further. So they're already poking the bot lane out. And yeah, this is rough. Li Ming, by the way, did not go into... She went into Seeker. So we're gonna see a different build from her. We're not gonna get the normal Calamity build, which means that we might even see aggression around level 13. We had that a few times. Question is really if she can afford to do that, especially against someone like Chromie. And, well, Anupurak, he definitely can't afford to do that, and he's dead again. Boy, are they on a warpath now. Damn. Oh, holy shit! Holy shit! What the fuck? I mean, they lost Garrosh, don't get me wrong, but still, that's 3 heroes that he just took down. And they even got damage on the bottom bell tower. Boy. Shockwave gets dodged, nicely done. And Hogger might even die. Yes, he's dead. Hogger is dead. But let's have another look at this. Check this one out. So they're playing this out slowly. Then, boom, the flip. Urel is there, pushes everybody into a corner. And they are just crushing everyone. Fully murdering half the team. More than half the team. 9 kills to 1 now. Level ahead. And they get another 4 shots fired. Which at this point means the core is down to 24. I mean, it is a comeback map. You can be on 1 point, you can be on 2, 3, 4, it doesn't matter. If you from there on out dominate the fights, you're going to be alright. So that's always the big thing about Towers of Doom. But I don't think that Team RageQuit expected to be in that position in the first place. So, yeah. That's a bit crazy. In the last fight, the heroic abilities, they helped, of course, so that's an advantage. And they didn't want to let go of anything. But yes, they're making another play for Li Ming. Careful, there's the tether again. And Garrosh is looking for another flip. But I still gotta say that I don't think Team RageQuit expected to be here. They also thought that they are the favorites in the series. And they were probably happy that they are going up against Team Copium, not against the Cats. But now Anupurak is dead. And it's kill 10. They got level 13. It's like, what's going on here? It's an absolute brutal display of strength and coordination. And Team RageQuit is just falling apart. And obviously that is also going to force mistakes then. And yeah, if you're that desperate here, then it's... yeah, either way. It's a little bit shocking. And they come in again with another connect, having even in tower range. Maiev with another tether, and Lucio can now chase him down. Yeah, Lucio can chase him easily down. Already a kill from Urel, 11 kills to 1. There comes the taunt, and they just control the ebb and flow of the game like none other. The 13 tile advantage is great. Limu is now dead again, and of course death timers are increasing as we speak, and that gives them more and more control. But at least Malfurion was able to get an altar, so that's 4 shots fired. They're still going for Li Ming, and they take her down too. So now we have 20 points against 28, and they're just going for the boss. What an absolute massacre. They're turning Towers of Doom into a graveyard. We are looking at 14 kills at the 9-minute mark. And Team Copium, I mean, again, they pop back up on the map and they're killing them. There's the disc on Hogger. And they're already hoping to get... Yep, they're cutting his path of retreat off. They go for another kill, and Hogger gets absolutely poked to death. So Anupurak, he had enough of that. He's like, okay, fuck this. I'm gonna go straight in and do some split pushing. Let's spawn a couple of beetles and try and take them down here. But it's crazy. So many of these guys are just absolutely popping off. Marlow making some great plays. Then, of course, Alfredo with his Maiev, Chromie, just firing the combos out one after another. And they are also attempting to steal this away now. 13 versus 13 talent. That's the moment where it's dangerous, when it's even talents. Yeah, but they steal the camp. And they go even a little bit deeper in an attempt to get a kill, which they in this case can't pull off. But if the pumpkins make it over to the bell tower, then that's first bell tower conversion. 1, 2, and that should be it. Oh, but there's the kill. Okay, one pumpkin was a bit more interested in what's happening in the middle of the lane. But that's a kill, and Maiev is down for another 30 seconds, whereas the altars are activating in 16. They're still fighting though, because they have level 16 talents. I'm not so sure if I'm a fan of that, but it seems like it's working out for them. Because Hogga is already low, everybody else is also starting to be in trouble. Nano is still poking them a bit, and they should have the time for Maiev to come back here. It's all about, I guess, the bell tower over here. Yeah, Urel, this is not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So you gotta go away. But down here, now that Maiev is back, she's actually moving to the top. So I guess they're willing to give the one at the bot lane up. Oh boy! Hogga! He gets out, but Alex gets the channel. They're still channeling the top. Another quick vault, and I'm not sure if they're giving up on this yet. It's actually kind of funny how Team RageQuit without level 16 talents is just now annoying the hell out of them. But that one kill against Maiev allowed Team RageQuit to pick 2 out of the 3 altars. So one kill at the right moment in time was all that they needed. Behind in experience, who cares? Behind in talents, who gives it now? As long as you get your kills at the right moment, you're fine. It's 12 points to 20 now, but they're still in range. I mean, that's 8 points missing. That's 2 altars. That's not a lot. Okay. So with that said and done, the bottom bell tower hasn't been taken. So that was actually the one earlier where I thought they had a chance, but one of the pumpkins decided that he would play with the minions a little bit instead of doing his job. He's like, but I don't want to commit suicide on the bell tower. It's like, yep, not our problem. Do what you're here for. So conversion has finally happened, and the bot lane is the most important one on the map. First of all, you're of course in a situation where there's 2 camps moving through the bot lane. Oh, there's the Urel kill. Yeah, Team RageQuit fighting back. Can they get a counter kill? I'm not so sure. Seems like Lucio might instead be in trouble. He got cocooned. Alfredo's a little bit low, but they go for Li Ming, and she's dead. Alfredo, too confident here. Too confident for too long, thought he had it. Now he's down, Chromie is down, and they start to lose their rhythm. They're starting to lose their rhythm, they're starting to lose momentum. Lucio is also trying to get away, and I think he will die? Yeah, maybe not. Can he survive? I guess he might. Yep, slides away, and Marlo is already on his way to help him out. Okay, so Lucio gets away. I suppose, yes. But the rest of the team was suffering. So now Malfurion can go for another quick channel while they still have 2 heroes dead and out of commission. And they are retaking the bottom bell tower as well. So yeah, good for them. Team RageQuit is finally starting to fight back. 9 points to 17. So single digits on the core. But they go for Hogga again. Oh boy, yeah, so they got him too, and that could be another kill. But I guess in this case, well, they might still be able to get him, and yes, they do. Jesus, that poor guy. Full gank and crushed. I mean, literally crushed. Crushed underneath the hoofs of Urel. But down at the bottom of the map, we currently have the next bell tower about to be taken. Marlo is... yeah, I mean, he's at this point just trying to create more kill opportunities for them. It's actually been going for one flip after another, and of course, when they're hitting level 20, it should be a window that is big enough for them to take another bell tower. And we get debilitation again. I hate this talent with a passion. I think it is fucking useless every single time I see it. I mean, yes, you can always make these theory craft arguments of what you can do with them, but I have no illusions that he is going to all of a sudden like shut down Chromie with it. No, you shut it down, go in, stun, and then follow up with a kill. I really hate it. There's like 3 or 4 players in the last 3 years that were trying to make that a thing, and it never happened. For good reason. Epicenter is just insane. It's crazy because it's crazy strong. And you're not gonna be the one who all of a sudden, you know, shuts down Chromie completely and then that wins us the game. I just don't see that happening. And also, Chromie is doing great damage, don't get me wrong, but it's not like the rest of the team doesn't do any. We have 34,000 for Maiev. Just as a side note, that is about as much as Li Ming or Hogger has been doing here now. Yeah, there's the attack. Chromie is still doing work, and Nubarak isn't even close to her. And it also limits your targets. I mean, who else are you gonna get? But yeah, either way, different story. We're gonna get the easy exchange again, and that's of course problematic in the sense that it's like 5 shots fired against 3, so slight advantage for the blue team, but they're down to 6 points on the core now. No, and they got another disc and another kill. Jesus, poor Orca. He just sits there and he's like, I just want to play the game. And they're like, nope, you don't. You don't move. We kill now. Okay, so we got 5 to 18 kills, and I guess they want to go for the boss. Not the smartest move, honestly, considering that there are 4 on the map. So now they lose Sylvanas. Lucio at least gets blown up by Li Ming, so good for him. But the boss should still be taken. Well, I mean, Lucio has all the heals and he's dead, so one team still has a support, one doesn't. Chromie, they try. Oh, but it's Maiev that dies, but they got the shots. They got the shots. So that's them down to 2 points on the core now. 2 points on the core, nicely done. And Chromie will die. Yep, Chromie dies. Casper might also fall. Okay, it's not over yet. Marlo is here, but that's Urel eliminated. Nice, and that's a kill. Marlo comes in and just delivers. Alex is on the run, get a couple of tower shots against him, but he's still okay. The problem is that you have now 2 points to 12, and honestly, 12 is not as much as you would think. With them already controlling 5 bell towers to 3 and now attacking the middle, that could end the game. If they take this and get both, it's over. They are going to end. This is game. Team RageQuit is going to end this now. I mean, who's interrupting? Oh, Garrosh? Oh, he was so close. He was so close to saving it for them. But yeah, they got 3 back up. Maiev is back. Yeah, and they're losing Marlo now. And they're chasing, of course, also Lucio. Disc is out, but the first few shots are fired. They're down to 6 points. And here's the channel. And that is game, everybody. The comeback. As per usual, comeback time on Towers of Doom. We are going to game number 3 between Team RageQuit and Team Copium. Infernal Shrines, the final map. Yeah, they initially wanted Brax's holdout, and then they immediately realized, oh damn, that map was actually banned. And Team RageQuit was probably thinking like, oh yeah, very nice. We banned the right map. So instead it's Infernal Shrines, the final map in the series. It is a best of 3. We are in the grand final of the 4th qualifier for the Masters Clash, and the winner of this map makes it to the main event, to the playoffs. And of course the offline final, that one is being held in Paris. In total we have 12,000 euros of prize money for the Masters Clash. But yeah, with that we now have Team RageQuit with a comeback on the last map, doing a great job. And somehow just being able to control the late game. And this is just what Towers of Doom is all about. Late game control of bell towers and then just making sure that you're getting the hits in. So yeah, Maiev this time gets banned. So after Alfredo has now been playing Maiev, and in 1 or 2 of the games Maiev, she finally gets banned. I mean, it was about time. I would say that Genji and or Tracer are still possible bans from the perspective of Team Copium. But yeah, Maiev is out. So they gotta come up with something new. She was way too impactful. Tracer also banned here. And yeah. What else are they gonna get rid of now? The thing is that The one thing that really amazes me is how Team Copium was in a lot of the team fights incredibly well coordinated and just like they've just flowed. It just worked. So if they can do that without my F, then it's still going to be an uphill battle for Team RageQuit. But yeah, Lucio gets banned too. So they're really starting to just like target some of the picks that have given them the most grief in the previous games, which makes total sense. Now Team Copium could still stick to their MO. Ban Genji out, ban Sylvanas out, like one of the two. Sylvanas has been let go through the draft multiple times now. And, I mean, again, she is insane. So, is it going to be a first pick for Team RageQuit or not? We'll see. But they get rid of Fogger. So Infernal Shrines is great there too. And now, a moment of truth for the blue team. What are we getting from them this time? Are they changing their players up a little bit? In the previous games, one of their first rotations was always Sylvanas. If you do not pick her now, though, there is a chance that Team Copium picks her. Hanzo, of course, is also still up and strong on the map, but they go for Sylvanas once more. Okay. Sylvanas claimed. And that leaves us with the double pick for Team Copium. Alright, I mean, you can go for the side laners. Look one of them in. I'm actually really curious how they're going to play this now that Alfredo's Maiev is gone. So they go for Brightwing, they go for Dehaka, that already gives them 2 globals that they can use. And Dehaka was even banned out the last time. Casper did some neat plays. But yeah, that helps him with the side lane, helps him on the shrine. You can get the control. You have Brightwing with the polymorph or polybomb. You have Dehaka with the tongue. So no matter what gets picked on the other side, if you can stack these properly and just play them out, you're in a good spot. Genji plus Malfurion. I love how Limu actually plays this early now. Just because... just because he's like, well, wait a second. If I don't pick him now, then, well, they're going to most likely ban him on the 3rd spot. So, yeah. And they might still pass it over to No Game, No Life and swap between the two. I don't think so. It's going to be again. It's going to be Demon Genji. And Ubera gets banned. They played it too many times now. It really comes down to this one. Both of the teams have obviously looked at the other games that were played by the opponent when they played in their semis. Had a bit of a glimpse of what they were doing here, a bit of an idea of what they want to go for, but it's been a long day. It's been a very, very long day. We've been here for like 6.5 hours now. So for the players at some point, you're definitely going to get a bit tired. And you just played game after game after game. And it all comes down to a final map that will decide whether or not you're attending the playoffs. The team that loses here still has a chance, but they have to go through like that whole ranking rating system. You get points if you're not winning the tournament, and then they get accumulated. And the best 4 teams there then advance as well. But there's a lot of potential situations where we have then tiebreakers, and obviously nobody wants to go through that. So now Marlow with Diablo looking for those wall stuns. The triple front line is completed as Alfredo's going for Carrigan. And I actually like that. So we have a Carrigan now for Infernal Shrines. Taking a bit of a risk here, but going for another aggressive play. Nanu still needs his range damage, but we have Jojo and Urel for the blue team. Okay. Let's go. What is the range damage dealer? What is left? I mean, he played a lot of mages already. And we get another one. Gul'dan. Gul'dan for more CC. With every single hero in this team has CC. Every single one of them. Well, is it going to be enough? We're going to find out. Who moves on to the main event? Who qualifies for the playoffs? Team RageQuit or Team Copium? Infernal Shrines. The series is tied. We're going the distance between RageQuit and Copium. Shizakit on Johanna, Alex on Malfurion for the blue team, with Limu on Genji, Down for Life on Urel, and No Game, No Life on Sylvanas. Towards the right side of the map in red, it's Casper on Dehaka. We got Guilty Spark on Brightwing. Alfredo is playing carry again, since his Maiev got banned. Malo on Diablo, and Nano again with the pursuit of Flame here on level 1 with Gul'dan. Yeah, our boy is getting played more and more and more lately again. So, here we go. Not even brawling it out in the middle. Just trying to take position at the bottom. Yeah, they're sniffing this out quickly. If you want to set up a trap or something, you gotta of course hope that some squishy decides that he wants to walk down to the bottom of the map all alone. That didn't really happen here. Instead we have at least some aggression from Limu. So, comes in and drops down Gul'dan, at least to an extent. But yeah, this should be another aggressive game here. If you're playing a Diablo and Karrigan composition with this much CC, then of course you're going to hope that in team fights you can just set up proper CC chains and really damage through with someone like Gul'dan, get those kills, and then build the momentum. And they had fantastic coordination in the first few games. Can they do that again though? That's the big question here. And they're already bullying not only Genji, but they're apparently trying to get a kill on Urel. One flip. Do we get the combo? Yes, but it's not quite executed the way that they need it. A little bit of a delay there. Sylvanas, as all of this happens, she's just like, yep, I'm gonna negotiate with the Khazra over there. I'm gonna use my PhD in PvE and let's see if we can maybe come to an agreement. So it takes the Khazras down, we have them push through the middle. That gives them also the lead on the camps. Normally the teams are both at the same time trying to make their move for it. But in this case, oh, that is a lot of damage. That's a polymorph and that is a kill. Genji is dead. Okay, he needed healing and he didn't get it. Yeah, Genji down, first blood in the game. And level 4 talents kicking in a little bit earlier for Team RageQuit. Tiny margin, we're talking seconds here. But yeah. Jojo also trying to get a little bit cheeky on them. That didn't really work. No game, no life. Gul'dan is really suffering. Genji wants him, Sylvanas wants him. He's really popular lately. Yeah, Captain Gul'dan over here. What is he riding, by the way? Sheep of Doom. So they go for Jojo. They might just be able to get another kill here. Ah, yeah. If he gets the grasp of her, then I think they can take Johanna down. But not like this. So Dehaka, he's obviously still rotating. Each team has taken a single camp thus far. RageQuit is now looking to get the one at the bottom of the map. Hasn't really happened yet. But now that Dehaka is coming in, they might be able to. Gul'dan is dead though. Swift Strike resets and another kill. Brightwing and Gul'dan both dead, and that's the end of Karrigan. Team RageQuit, they might just have found their rhythm again. They were struggling in game number 1 and number 2. They could only decide one of them in their favor. And now on map number 3, they come in swinging with 4 kills in the fight. Use Sylvanas to push through the bot lane a bit further. And that camp battle did well for them. That was great. And now, of course, on top of that, we are having Urel dealing with the objective, whereas the rest of the team is already attempting to push the bottom a bit. But that's another kill against Genji. Genji is just committing Honorable Subaru over and over and over again. That was the second time that he dies, and that might just bring Team Copium back into the Shrine fight. Jojo is at the top. She also didn't even think that they would need her. So that's a problem. Yeah, can they go for... Malfurion is dead already. Good for them. Talking about Johanna, by the way, she was also in the last battle. I mean, everybody was stacking up on the same point, so she was literally able to complete her level 4 quest. So that slow that she can now get is also a bit nasty. Normally you don't even think that you will be able to get that done, but she is going to slow them down into oblivion. That's going to be full control from her. And Urel is down. So they are fighting back. 4 kills to 4. I really thought that once Team RageQuit was able to come in and get those hits, okay, this is maybe the beginning of the end. And then Team Copium said like, nope, we are still in this. Let's show them what we got. And they won the objective and got 3 kills. So, there's that. I like this series. This series is actually fun. It's definitely not what I expected when we started the best of 3. But it is just a back and forth, blow for blow. Everybody being aggressive, everybody trying to get kills. Yeah, there's the stun. Shizakid is dead. Shizakid is just dead. I'm sorry. Like, he was already low on mana, and there's no way for him to get out of this one anymore. So the Carrigan composition is just rotating through the map with more kills from lane to lane. They are taking another camp, at least they're trying to, but there's Diablo. And he's gonna say hello. Already another stun. And Gul'dan is gonna help out with even more damage. And yes, no game, no life. Barely makes it out. They stole the camp though. They got the camp after all. But it might cost them another hero, and indeed it does. So this time it's Yrel that dies. And we're looking at 6 kills to 4. This game is just crazy. The entire series is just nuts. So they are going for the bottom wall again. The objective hasn't done a whole lot, by the way. Pretty much the only thing that the objective accomplished was taking the gate down. But there's level 10. We got the falling sword this time. Both of the teams have heroics. And the fort will fall regardless. Jojo is still at the top. She's side laning instead of Yrel. With the fort falling, Genji is still poking against Nano. Yeah, Wailing Arrow. They try to get the kill. But Diablo with the engage and the barbecue kill. Nice. Is he gonna get another stun? Waits for the angle, doesn't quite get it. Malfurion low. Alfredo wants another combo, has the Ultralisk out too. They're just waiting for the cooldowns here, and it seems that Yrel, even with the ult, might be in trouble. Pops the ult. Instead, they're focusing on Jojo now that she appeared here. And Jojo is actually getting followed pretty hard by Carrigan. And that might just be the end, but Down for Life saves the day. Yeah, Genji is moving back in. Another Swift Strike and X strikes out. Hyper aggressive. Both of the teams now. They really just hope that they can kill enough heroes and then play the map afterwards. The only one that hasn't died yet is the Haka, by the way. Everybody else has died at least once. 19,000 damage for Carrigan. She's literally top damage in the game. Genji's done with his quest. 7 minutes and 22 seconds in. Jojo down at the bottom and the shrine about to be activated in the mid lane. But yeah, the party continues. We're 7 minutes into the game and we already have 11 kills. And Dehaka went, by the way, for the adaptation. So no isolation for him. Adaptation for survivability. Yeah, that's definitely going to make it a lot harder to take him down. Down to the bottom, we have the fort at half HP. And yes, a little bit more work being done now in the middle as the shrine is finally activated. And Team RageQuit is taking the initial lead at least. But that gives also Marlow another stomping ground where he can look for the angle to get the stuns in. Ults are more... they're all up, with the exception of Yrel. Yrel is the only one that has to be a bit careful since she's another 20 seconds away. Wailing Arrow has also been used. That didn't do a lot for them. That's a big cooldown that they just burned for very little impact. But Genji and everybody else is doing mad damage now. Barbecue is already out. Going for the lightning. Alfredo for Sylvanas. But Carrigan dies. The blue team able to get the melee assassin destroyed. And that should be another objective for Team RageQuit. Yeah, action all over the place. 5 kills to 7, so Team RageQuit, they took a bit of a beating after they initially won the fight at the bottom camp. But now both teams have level 13 at exactly the same amount of time. And we already have, of course, with the Punisher, the Frozen Punisher, another opportunity to maybe even take a fort down. Gets baited over, Sylvanas can help out, Genji jumps in, moves back out. And yes, this is as good as it gets. Frozen Punisher and Sylvanas have a good shot at taking this one apart. Dehaka is now coming in, but as you can tell, that fort is not looking good. And instead, they're trying to force the fight again. Careful. Down for Life. Makes it out. Yep. But the fort is gone. And they're also trying to take the one at the bottom of the map on their way back out. Sylvanas gets immediately attacked, but Yrel is pushing everyone back out. It's just like, no. You stay away, dude. You stay away. First of all, your breath smells. Second of all, we don't want you here. Okay. And we got the battle up at the top now too. that might take this down a notch as well. Yeah, a lot of fights that are now going back and forth, and obviously also every now and then a couple of individual mistakes. These guys, as I said before, have been here for a long time now today. Yeah, they're buying a bit of time and blocking the path for the rest of the team to move at towards the top. That allows Sylvanas to get some damage in. Casper, Wailing Arrow, and the kill on the Haka. Yep, did not catch that, so that's a kill. The Haka is down. Genji is also trying to go for Gul'dan, and he should be able to get the kill. The Horrify, making that a bit harder. And I'm not sure if they have vision on him. Yeah, he's going to try to just Hearthstone back somewhere. Yeah, I don't think that that's going to be the move. Ah, I was honestly expecting for her to check the bush. Alright, they still know exactly where he is, and Gul'dan gets away. Yeah, good for him. 15 against 14. Genji didn't get the kill, but they were still able to take the Haka down at the top. So, yeah, there's that. Now, they are still trying to make another play for Kerrigan, nearly getting Sylvanas killed, as she wants to go for the fort. But they take at least the... Uh-oh, wall stun, wall stun! Genji, X-Strike, and he gets away. Even Tranquility gets, in this case, sacrificed. But yeah, so they are able to take the camp. They nearly lost the hero here, but that's level 16 now, so they got the lead, and they might even follow up and chase. But with 3 of the ults already being used, I think they decided against it. The fort is still gonna fall. That's the second fort that they're gonna lose, and the one at the top has taken damage too. So, yeah. Urel still moving this one out as well. Okay, so... the Haka is just running into Urel time and time again and just gets pressured back here. And they rotate towards the fort, and this is so nasty when you have Sylvanas on your team and your opponent is just not able to match your rotation right away. You only need a second or two and you're already dropping structures like this super easily. So now every single fort of Team Copium is removed, and they are falling back in experience as well. So things are getting a bit more difficult for them. It doesn't make a difference just yet, because the shrine is activating, and that means 16 versus 16 talent fights, but if this continues, it's a problem. The passive experience gain that we're now seeing for Team RageQuit is over time going to play a big role, and Team Copium just needs to mitigate that somehow, either by taking a few structures out themselves, or by starting to get more kills, or at least an objective. And I don't know, it's... yeah, they have to just get that CC chain going again. They did it pretty impressively earlier, but it feels that Team RageQuit is adapting very well to it now. And it's going to be all about the objective here, because now we're talking also about potential keeps that are being pushed. Chrysalis, Horrify is being used as well. Yep. Come in again with another attempt to go for Marlow, but is that a kill? Limu, and he gets out. Jojo is jumping in. Once she hits at 20, that talent alone and the cooldown reduction is obviously going to be great, even though it was addressed a little bit in the last patch. But yeah, they get another wall stun out. Well played. Urel already used her ult a bit earlier. And while all of this happens, we still have no game, no life rotating between the lanes. And he's going to push the bot lane out too. So they are going to try to not fight at the top, at least for the time being. Give them a bit of a lead on the objective. And Sylvanas can now move back towards the top and then help them out there. But she still was able to push these lanes out slightly. And that's going to help. Even in the middle of the map, the gate has been destroyed. But they are falling behind on the objective, as you would expect when they're having a 4 versus 5 situation going. But there's the play for Diablo, and he nearly dies as Genji swift strikes in. Then again, there's the X-Strike, and Dibbles is dead. He had the stacks, but now they're losing Kerrigan. They are losing Brightwing. Or not. Alright, Brightwing at least gets away. But Gul'dan also has fallen. 9 kills to 7. And that's bad. Because 2 are still gone. And those are 2 of the most impactful heroes that they're currently running here. So for now, they can open this wall up a bit more. Yeah, Diablo is trying to go for the stun. But again, they don't have to destroy the entire thing. Just do some damage. Hello? The fuck? Oh boy. He nearly got the solo kill on Brightwing here. He nearly got the kill on Brightwing, but instead Sylvanas gets just bullied around, is somehow still alive, jumps out, but they did get the entire wall now and didn't lose out on too much. Instead they have level 20 and that gives us the Heaven's Fury. Wow. I mean, damn, that was real tricky. That looked for a second like they might get the kill on Sylvanas, but then everybody worked together to help her escape. But it was insanely clutch. Now, with the level 20 talents, they are even delaying the objective at the top so that Limo can go back, get hit points, and get mana. So, yeah. This is... I mean, not only is it time for Genji to get mana and hit points, but it's also time for another camp to be claimed. So that's going to push in the middle. And, yeah, they are looking very good here. That top push will go for keep. They're going to go for keep here. Team RageQuit, they're smelling blood in the water right now. They see an opportunity. They sense it. They know that they can... they can absolutely deliver maybe even the final blow here. Put the final nail in the coffin and just try and get some kills with this. Try and get some kills, use those level 20s, take at least the key, but do more than that. Go for the core. End the game. They don't have level 20, and with Sylvanas, they can take this down super quickly, which is exactly what they're doing here. And the red team is in trouble. Team Copium played a fantastic tournament. They played a fantastic series, but they might not have what it takes to win this best of 3. They kill Genji. They kill Genji, and they're really doing their best to prevent the core from falling. But the shields are now getting attacked. The keep in the middle is also going to get hit. And while the core is likely going to take at least some damage, there is no way for Team RageQuit to end the game now. So they were able to manage the defense, but they are having the core down to 76% now. And 74 even. I mean, the catapult is getting a few more shots connected. So it's down to 68. And damn, these guys do no damage whatsoever. 65, and the fight is still going on. Yeah, those melee units do no damage whatsoever. Dehaka is dead. They tried to go for another kill. Even without Genji, they were able to just turn it around, go for kill number 1. They might get a second. Kerrigan, she's about to fall. Alfredo jumping through the fight, but he has nothing that he can take down. 60% on the core. They want to go for Brightwing. They're moving in again, and Brightwing is about to die. They're trying to come in with Jojo, and she just has no mercy. The fruit fly gets squashed. They go for the keep. The core still getting attacked here. It seems like this is the end. The Horrify buys them a few more precious seconds. Diablo dies and loses his souls. But the core is at 50%. And Genji is back to business. They're going for it right now. They can just right-click the shit out of it. Already Gul'dan has fallen, and congratulations to Team RageQuit as they qualify for the Masters Clash playoffs and defeat Team Copium in the grand final of Qualifier 4.